Daz Rhodes of B plus category rider, but sitting here with our Isotopes team tonight for the WTRL team time trial, which is a Harrogate UCI Worlds, 2 laps, and we've got a full team of 8. What I've been doing tonight is giving you some Director Sport Steve kind of overview of what the riders will be doing, how hard the course is going to get, and really just about the techniques that we use when we ride as a team time trial. So we're just about 1 minute 20 from the start, so I'm going to cut off now so that the team captain can just give his final words of encouragement to the riders, and I shall join in once we've gone across the start line. Welcome this evening from the Atom Racing team, Isotopes.
Excellent. So, idea on this one, team time trial works with 3 riders from the category above and then 5 riders from the category below. So in this case, we've got 3 B riders and 5 C riders. The idea will be that the B riders do as much of the effort as possible on the flat sections. Have very many on this course at all. And then the C riders save their efforts to try and dictate the pace up the hills, where hopefully the B riders get a little bit of a rest. Hopefully just the idea of having the best possible towards the end of the race. We've only got 30 seconds to go, and we're going to start to kick off at 4 seconds. Go. When we count down to 4 seconds, really stomp on those pedals so we get up to about 42, 43 kilometers an hour, and then
okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, here we are at the start of the race. I'm going to jump across and have a look on the live stream so that I can see how the riders are doing. But tonight's team, they'll be full out of the pen at a high rate of knots. The aim of this is to pick up speed for us as high as you can, over 600 watts. Now we can see I'm sitting here with Kev Taylor, one of the riders at the back, just trying to catch in there. And as soon as Dave, the team captain, has noticed that the tailing guy is in, that he will then group the 8 riders together and then start a formation to rotate the strong riders on the front. It's a very short introduction onto this particular course. It's literally just a little way across here, and we're turning here now into Otley Road. This is the long climb. This is fairly simple, but if you miss people at the beginning, you're not going to get them at the top. So over to Dave.
nice one, guys. The new dynamics, we just stay as a bit of a blob.
Okay, Dave, you've got everyone in. You've got Kev is on the back. Kev Taylor, he's your last rider. There is no gap. Okay, so this is a point of the race where your legs really get warmed up. At the beginning, you start hearing the breathing through Discord. Hopefully that's coming through onto the live stream as well. The first 2 minutes, so we're now at 1 minute 30 after crossing the start banner. The first 2 minutes of any team time trial are the bits where you really need to dig out, and the last 2 minutes. Still doing strong up here, up Otley Road. We are at a gradient of 2%. It is a long kind of 1.5 kilometers climb. It maxes out at about 4%. So this is not a steep one, but it can be quite a monster on your legs at the beginning. He's going to top out at about 5.5, and then more or less 2/3 of the way up there now. And at the end, I'm going to turn around for a very short downhill and flat section before we back up again.
Make sure we stop it together as well, yeah?
Yeah, 4 and 5.
Okay. Dave Hyvey, just close up that gap there to wheel 4, and then the other 3 at the back. You've got Kev, you've got Joe, and
a little bit on the front.
Charles. Okay. Lloyd, if you can just ease up ever so slightly, take it down to about 3.9.
When it gets up to 4%, let us get on the front.
Yeah. Okay, Lloydie, you're on the front, but you really shouldn't be anywhere near the front. If possible, if you can kind of get yourself back in a second or third and let the beast pull you up here. It's not draftable, but you really want to preserve yourself, Lloyd.
Lloyd is me.
Okay.
Sorry, not Lloyd. It wasn't Lloyd. It was Rob Hussey. Yeah.
Rob Hussey, yeah.
Yep.
Lloydie's got a new hat on, so you might not recognise him.
Hey, you've got to spend them drops on something. Right, I'm just going to go fan view for the rider so I can see what's going on. Right, Lloyd, you do need to slow down probably to about 3.8, 3.7. I'll give you a shout when wheel two's on. There's a bit of a gap opening up.
Nice work, boys. Keep it up.
3 more bumps than this, guys. All need to be together. We're getting close to the top now. Push on to Lloyd.
Okay, nearly there at the top. You've got a very short downhill. What you don't want to do, Lloyd, you really need to be tight now with the front second and third wheel, because you're going to end up losing John and Charles at the back. Try to group up before you get over that apex at the end there.
Yeah. Just off the power on the front. That's nice.
Yeah. John and Charles, get back tucked into the back.
Next hill, you've got to go behind us, please, not ahead of us.
Okay, that's all. Right, you got last 2 riders are now on the back.
Last 2 coming through.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're check us a bit.
Okay, Dave, I'm marking the back, okay?
Yeah,
I've got the back down here.
Right. Super Tuck is on.
Okay, here comes a slingshot.
I'm super tough.
Okay. You've got a fairly long sustained climb after this, so you get the slingshot going now. That'd be great. Okay. Okay. On the pedal now. It's dropped down.
Slingshot's a new one.
Yeah.
The slingshot there. I mean, sorry, the super tuck. What's that? Yeah. Is that to stop pedaling? Is it?
Yeah.
Quickest way to get into it is to back pedal so that your watts goes right down to 0, but you can only go on it when your kilometers per hour goes above 55, 56, and the incline is less than -3, so -3 and -4. Yeah,
that's a new one on me. So how long I've not been on here?
Yeah, no, that's fine. Sorry.
57 kilometers an hour, 3 degrees.
You'll get another chance to do that very soon, I think.
All right, Bees, let's get that raised up just a tiny bit. Not much. Got another hill coming.
Okay, this one now is going to be a straight consistent ride now all the way up here. Okay, nice and flat now, so this is time to regroup.
Get whacked.
I just stretch out a bit here.
Yeah.
Nice one, Charles.
Leave it. Sorry, I got Joe in talking to me.
Okay, nice and tight there. It's really good. Okay, when you get around this corner, you're going to be on another incline. It's going to be long and it's going to be sustained. So it's not a very steep one, but it's just one you've got to be careful of. Make sure you don't get dropped. It's nice and tight. That's good. Yeah, I'm currently fan viewing with Charles here, who is now pushing through into position 5.
Still draftable at the moment.
Okay, keep it nice and sustained up there. Don't try to race anybody, and just be aware that when you get to the top, you've got to be all over that top together.
Right, guys. Very good.
Good chance once you've got over this little bit of a rise to get some fluids on board, because you've then got one of the steepest bits, which you'll max out at about 15-16%. It's a very steep climb that you'll get. at Pot Bank. So this is where you really do need to be aware of where the downhills are, where you could get left, and also where you need to pile on a little bit more heat to get up the hills, and they're only short climbs.
Little bit of power, guys.
Okay, the super tuck is on.
2, 1, super tuck now.
Back pedal to get 0 watts in the top left, and then as soon as
really
you
worked.
start seeing that percentage going anywhere close to -3, get back on your pedals.
That was, I love that back pedal.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Yeah. Pedal, pedal, pedal now.
Pedals
Pedal,
again,
pedal.
pedals again.
Right, okay. Well done. Right, you've all managed to get through that one. Remember that one for next time.
Back pedal again.
Yeah, back pedal again when you get onto it. So, yeah, speed has to be above 55, 56, and the
Pedals on, pedals on.
needs to be -3. Okay, right. So this is a bit of a bitch climb. It will go on and on and on. So just watch yourselves now. Make sure you don't tire yourself out too much. You need to be quite disciplined now with who you're keeping on the front, and you've got a team up ahead of you as well. So that's the next problem that Dave's got to face is picking the right time to push through.
Do an extra 30, 40 watts when I say. Up to that point, stay on me.
Yeah, nice and close up.
That's the less than 3 right now.
So before Dave calls the team to ride through the team that they're approaching, I'll just talk to you about getting stuck in a draft of other teams. It's easy for riders to get broken apart from their own team whilst they're riding through here, because if the team in front aren't all together, you will end up finding that their draft will affect your speed as well. Sometimes for positive reasons, sometimes for negative reasons. So it's key now. Dave's going to give them the shout to whack on about another 40 watts any second.
About 20 to 30 watts. I think they're all spread out so much we're going to punch through anyway.
Yeah, it does look like that, Dave, to be honest. Yeah, you've got the stragglers there. You're all right with that.
Our problem's going to be the next team after this. Make sure we're in a line again.
Good work, lads. Good work.
You need to recover again to make sure we're together. Everyone in?
1, 2, 3,
Are we good?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, all in. Kev, you just need to squeeze in a little bit tighter behind there. Right, your next big milestone is just over 7.5. I didn't count the leading, but you've got the KOM. So it's at about 7.7, I think it is. So you've got about a kilometre just to reform.
So you save your legs now.
Quite downhill as well now, so give your legs some rest.
Your legs tick over, please. Push on to super tuck now. Little bit of effort.
Not just yet.
And now.
Now. Only a short one, but every little bit counts. Okay, I'll give you a shout when you need to be back on the gas.
Good.
Well done, boys. Brilliant. Okay, get ready to get back on the gas, but not just yet. Now.
Sharp incline at the bottom, so we go up, step fast, a little kick on the pedal.
Back on the pedals now. Okay, you've got a bit of a gap at the back. But Dave's on it. Yeah, Dave's on it.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I remember this one.
Yeah. Right, Dave's back on. So if Kev, who was at the back, if they can just yield and let Dave in there, you've pushed through WLBB. So that's good. That's a successful push through a team, and you're not got stuck with any of it. It's well done. Okay. Digging, it's a little bit fierce as this one, but it is a short 7% climb. Just stay with it. This is your KOM bit now.
Pace down a bit.
Yep.
Nice, I'm losing the wheel.
Just knuckle down. It's a bitch of a climb is this one. You've got this again at around about the 21k. So just remember sticking together on this one where the bits are getting a bit sticky and messy for you.
Come on, John.
Nice go.
Excellent.
For me.
Okay, I've got the back. I'm just going to jump onto the back. I've got Dave. Dave's there and Charles. Right.
I'm over the best.
I think
Okay.
Charles gone.
Charles gone. Thanks for that, Charles. Keep going, mate. Okay, you're down to 7. Rear man is John. John's just about a second off the back with you, Dave, and Kev. Could you just
Get that pace a bit.
yep, just lower that pace a little bit.
Behind us, please, not in front.
Okay, John, when you catch them up, just to squeeze into 5th or 6th position, just to get the full benefit of the draft.
Yeah.
Down before there's a tail, guys. It's a downhill.
Come on, John, push through me and get Dave's wheel. I'm going to mark the back.
That's the fun, you got to slow down a bit.
John, little kick, get bunched up.
Lloydie, up to 15. Lloydie.
Down on the front, we need to do one.
Yeah, keep it in there. 3 seconds.
Okay, John's safe as long as you hold that pace at the front.
Yeah.
Struggling, guys.
Yeah.
And this, guys. Go on. Come on.
Are you finished, John?
There you go.
No worries,
Come on,
mate.
John.
No, John's
Well done,
gone.
John.
Well done, John.
Well done, John.
Good effort, John.
Regroup now. Regroup before the banner. Before we're ready for the defence.
Good effort.
Get together before that banner. Let's go.
I'm on my limit here, guys.
Is that you, Rob?
Dave.
No, I'm all right.
Dave, yeah?
Rob's all right.
Are you going to drop down?
That's where I think it was.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can see 5. Who's one off the back? Right, I've got 6. I've got 6 riders. Okay, negative 4. There'd be a super tuck possible coming up in a minute. Get some speed up. If you need a rest, get your super tuck on, and it should be on now.
Oh, push me.
Yeah, awesome. Get some recovery in. Suck the oxygen. Don't bother with the drinks yet. It's oxygen you need. Good effort. Okay. Stuck up all of that super tuck all the way down there. Back on the gas as soon as you get onto that bend because it's going to rise. Okay. And you're back on the gas.
Oh.
Good effort. I hope that was beneficial for you all. So it looked tiring coming up that 7%er.
Yeah, very helpful that, guys.
The 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 riders in view, so that's good. Tail end, I've got
Just
Jonathan,
5 of us.
6.
Oh, you did. Brilliant. Well done.
Yeah, you got 6. Got Rob. Okay, you're all doing the right thing. You're all taking turns riding through, trying to get to the front, and then the next riders come through as well. It just gives you that natural sort of rhythm, and it means that one rider isn't riding the hardest on the front, so the guy at the back doesn't feel like he's always chasing. So if you're near the back, try to get to the front, but without kicking your ass. If you're at the front, let them yield and come through. Works a lot better when you do it like that as a rhythm and a pattern rather than give yourselves the time on the front because you might not be ready for your 30 seconds. Okay, that's good watt count there. I've seen 200 and 300s popping up there. So I've got I'm now with Dave who's at the back. It's just something else to demonstrate for those that are watching the video back after this, that you can see that throughout the pack the watt output for each of the riders will differ, and that's called because of the drafting effect. So as in real life, the guy in the front is taking the full force of the wind as they're riding along, and the guys behind them, second and third, will get slightly less full effect of the wind, so they'll get about 80-90% of the draft save, and then that trickles back. At the point of about fifth rider, there isn't really any benefit being much further behind. It all sort of like evens out. But the reason that people on the front can tire quicker is because they're having to put in a lot more watts to keep that momentum going and the speed up for the team. So you will have to, when you do your team time trial events with us, you will have to accept that at some time you're going to have to take a turn on the front. There is no room for shade for anybody, especially when you're in a team of 8 and you've got to get 4 across the finishing line. Where we are at the back with Captain Dave. He's pushing out 184 watts, 196 watts. Jonathan in front is pushing out 346, 356. So you can see the variation there between the front and the back is very high. And of course, the game dynamics and the way that the game actually positions you in game, comparing with other riders, sometimes you'll find that you won't even get put in the draft by the game itself. You don't have steering enabled on these just yet, on the Atoms. So sometimes you will be getting a full face full of wind because the game's throwing you out to the left. You've just got to be careful of that. The easiest way to get out of it is to ease off on the pedals slightly, and then Zwift will put you in the pack again. So you kind of play the game at its own game. Here we can see now we're at 12 kilometers. This is about, let me have a look. We are a 20. I'm going to get the full length of this one. Yeah, you're there or thereabouts near halfway, passing the start pen shortly. The full lap is 13.8 kilometers. We have got a small lead in on that as well to add on to it. So we're probably about a kilometer or so from the start finish. So we're going to start second lap soon.
Nice. Have an eye off.
Can you pick up 10% today, guys? Just yet? There's 30 rooms.
Deep kick around this corner.
Here we go. So you go steep now, guys.
Big effort in this one now.
Press. Press it, guys. Press it.
And while the guys are now breathing out of everything that they can breathe out of to get up this last hill, it's worth remembering what the approach to the finish line is going to look like when you do multiple laps, so that you know exactly when you need to put the effort in. As you can see, I've just got a fan view at the moment with Dave at the back, but we've managed to get all of the 5 riders in front of Dave are all together and pulling some monster watts, about 250 watts there from Dave. And if I just jump forward to say, look at Rob's pushing out 345 near the front.
I'm struggling.
Yeah, definitely struggling. As we get to the top, the steepness actually evens off, but you've really had all of the wind taken out of you on that bend and the little climb at the beginning. So this really is where you separate the men from the boys to the finish. We'll see how they do at the end. We've gone through onto lap 2 now with 6 riders remaining, having lost John and Charles on the first lap. Good effort on their part as well. Okay, so now the guys know exactly what they've got. They've got a short lead in now to the first climb again. We're back onto Otley Road, which isn't a steep, but it is quite long. They've just got to be careful that they don't drop any riders when they get to the top, because it's a descent for a short period of time with a little flat and then another steep climb after that. So this is 1.7 kilometres straight up Otley Road. It says it's a pleasant 3.5 to 4%. I don't think that's the right descriptor.
Maybe on that one.
Maybe on that one, when you've got fresh legs. Whilst the guys are digging in now, so this is a little bit of time now for them to get drinks on board. If they've got fans that they can vary the speed of, this is a time when I would be whacking it up on the full, trying to get full ventilation and cooling the body down. With riding
Hey guys, I'm
indoors.
done.
Okay, who's that? Joe?
Hey, I'm done.
No worries.
You doing, Dave?
Good.
Is that Dave? Well done, Dave.
Yeah, I'm done.
Hey, Dave. Hello, mate.
Thanks, not for me. Have fun, guys.
No worries. All right, Dave.
Goodbye.
Okay, so the guys are now down to 5. So what the tactics now is that they have to protect the 4th rider. So whichever one of the 2 riders that are the weaker riders in this group of 5 need to be identified probably by the time they get down to Pot Bank. Pot Bank is going to be the decider for this one. I think the 4 riders that reach the summit of that together are going to be the 4 that finish, clearly, because there's going to be no chance whatsoever after Pot Bank with that long downhill for the 5th rider to catch onto the back of it. So this isn't about Billy Balls out. This is really about how the game plays you as well as how you play it. You've really got to be mindful of just dropping a second or more off of anybody else's wheel in front of you, and that's the difference between finishing in the top 4 or not. So this is all about mental toughness now. It's about digging in. Your body's well adjusted, you're warm, you're probably hydrated, but you're really screaming, your legs are aching, and these 4% long climbs don't help on that one. Talk a little bit about pre-race preparation as well for team time trials. So beforehand, what we do is we nominate the team captain. We have a poll that is happening on Facebook, goes on a Sunday evening. You can vote for the category that you'd like to ride in, and we've got a great admin guy called Jason who then populates all the teams. Sometimes the captains are nominated, sometimes that's left down to the individual teams to sort out, and then it's a case of having a look at the route that's going to be chosen for that week. The captain will then have a look at a number of resources, and there's lots out there as well. Particularly good one is Zwift Insider. All of these routes have probably been ridden before, fairly recently. It gives you good information about the grids that you're going to be riding on, the distances, any particular sticky spots that you've got to be looking out for. And key to most of the rides as well is bike frame and wheel selection. On this one, it's a fairly hilly. There's hardly any flat, so aero does not win on UCI Worlds Harrogate. So they have to have something in the middle between weight and aero. So anything that's got 3 stars on each. The Tron bike is always a good one to go for if you manage to get your Tron bike through doing the Everest Challenge. And there's a number of lightweight wheels as well, which doesn't really make any difference what frame you go on. But if you put a set of light wheels on a mid-aero bike, you're not going that far wrong when you do these hilly sorts of routes. So you can see a lot of our riders tonight have got the Tron bikes with the neon wheels as well. You've also got to consider what level your riders are at. So some of the riders will be in the level 30s, 40s, but some of them, who are particularly in the lower categories of group rides, might well be on levels, 1, 10, 20. So their choice of frame is going to be limited as well. Okay, so we're now back up at the top of that monster of a long, boring climb, and we've got a bit of descent. So there's a chance for a super tuck here. The key now is to do that spring load, get your gears changed up to as high as you can, get the speed up as much as you can, get into the super tuck early, and then benefit from a longer time resting. Okay, and we can already see, not by choice, but really by game design, we've already got a split between the front 2 and the back 3. Back on the gas now for everybody to get caught back up again, because our percentage of gradient is now going into the positives. So it's much higher than -3, where you can trigger the super tuck. And they just need to get up and over this little rise. Then we've got Rob now at the front, pulling 208 watts, 220 watts there. He's on a 2% ride, and we've got the other riders are going to be pulling through now. So he's obviously taken the lead on the hill, and now we've got a strong rider with Lloydie now on the front. Sorry, not Lloydie. We've got Joe. Joe at the front. Yeah, switched as I was saying.
We put good timing on Otley then, because the team in the front at the bottom of the climb is 48 seconds in front of us, and they're only 16 now.
Yeah.
There's a gap.
Okay, your split. So your third split really is about 18 kilometres, and that's just before the bend to the pot bank descent and the You're frappe, aren't you, tonight? Or are you latte? Latte. So the latte split on Swift Insider is 29 minutes 40 seconds. We're on track actually to get that good split time. Just switch the camera around so I can see where we're at. So just before the bend to the pot bank descent. You're doing really well, actually. I mean, if that's exactly 18 on Swift Insider, and that should be the split timing, it says 29:40, then you're doing really well, to be honest.
We are the Isotope, of course.
Yeah. You're probably gonna hit that, because this is a bit of a bitch climb. You're probably gonna hit that about 30 minutes and 25 seconds, I think, looking at that pace. We'll see.
No.
Okay, another team coming up in front. The Herd Bandits, by the look of it. You have no option but to push through them. They really need to get through this lot before you get onto Pot Bend, because you don't want to get stuck with these on the hill. So just about an extra 10 watts, I think, unless they're powering up as well. I'm just going to try and fan view one of their riders, see what's going on. Right, they're putting 174s, 185s out.
Yeah, we're going to go through. We're going to go through.
Yeah.
Straight through them, yeah? Straight through?
Straight through them, yeah. Go. Yeah, they're only pushing out 175. You've got them. Okay, and you're 10 seconds ahead of what I predicted. 30:15. You got onto that bend at the bottom. You need to be quite quick on the pedals as soon as. Yep. So as soon as you power, get through them. Right, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 riders clear. Okay, you got one guy. I'm going to try and send him a message to drop.
Go, guys.
Right, push through. Our last rider is Lloyd, I think. Yep, so you got 2. Right, I'm going to send him a message if I can. Please drop.
Puts you off, doesn't it?
Yeah. Right, they've dropped. Okay, you're clear. Jonathan, you're the rear man. The Herd are now 1 second clear from behind you, so just stay on the power that you've got at the moment. You haven't got you got 3 seconds on them now, so you should be clear. Who's that that's just dropped off?
No.
Oh, Fusion. It's all right. I thought it was one of yours then. That looked like a proper disconnect. Right, you're 5 seconds clear, so you're all right. Don't panic now. Get yourself settled back down again. I'll give the Fusion guy a thumb up. Okay. Steady yourselves down. 7 seconds clear. No panic now with that Herd catching you. Okay, you're still not done with the climbing yet, but it's not steep climbing. Just nice and steady all the way up. You've got a nice rest at the top, bit of a downhill.
Together.
Yeah, you see the two dots that's just gone over the end. So they're now on a -2. So it's about -2 as soon as you get around the end at the top. And then you've got two riders about 17 seconds ahead. It looks like you'll catch them. So get a bit of speed up just so you can get the full benefit of this. It's going to be a -2 for a while. Okay, you've still got, I'm looking at the riders ahead of you. They're still at 20.7 kilometers ridden and it's still -2. So and they've got the -3.
Johnny, get on the front a little bit.
Yeah.
Pull it. Johnny, pull it.
Yeah. So once you've gotten down to -3, it then goes down to -4. So you've got a chance, Jonathan, on the front there. And by the time you get over that apex, they're dropping down to -8. So you need to really get some momentum going now. Get the 6 riders and with Lloyd at the back. Right, you're going to now get to a -6, -7 down this little section. With a little super tuck if you can be bothered. But you're really not going to benefit much from it. It's up to you, it's your choice. So they're just turning where you've got the inflatable banners, they're still on -4. But then as soon as you take the last bend with banners, it then jumps to -2. So you need to be on the gas, Jonathan, as soon as you get to that second bend. Right, on the gas now. You've got to climb up over this bridge.
Oh, it's the calm again, isn't it?
Yep. So now you at 21.7, I'm looking at those two riders in front of you and they're doing 6%. So you're on a 6% now up here. Group yourselves together. It's going to go to 6 plus up towards 7, then drop down to 6, and now they're on 5 at 21.7. So you need to be pushing ahead of them now. They're weak. You're strong. Okay, let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 through. Right, keep going. And
There's 6 of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 of them.
Sorry, no, there's 5. Sorry, 5.
5 first.
5. Yeah, sorry, 5. There's. Yep, they're all right. They're clear of you. They're not going to mess you about. They're 7 seconds behind you now, so you're all right. Right, this is your KOM climb, so just remember what it was like the first lap. Nice and steady up this bit, because it'll absolutely burn and sting. But then you've got a descent when you get to the top. Yeah, keep formation. Remember what we said on the first lap. It's about getting to the top of this, getting around the bend. Yeah. If you're at the front, hold a steady watts. If you're at the back, try to get one place ahead of where you are. Right. Joe, don't fight Lloyd. Lloyd needs to go through, and then Bob go through. Joe, that's it. That's it. Exactly right. Kev, push through, get to second or third. That's it. That's all you need to do. Just keep rotating yourselves through each of the positions. Right, Rob, I want to see you no higher than 3.4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roger.
Yeah. Lloyd, just watch yourself. I just saw you doing 3.9 there. 3.4, that's all you need, maximum on the front.
Music to my ears. Thank you.
Right, that's all right. Okay, Lloyd, I want you just to ease off slightly. Let Joe go through you. Jonathan, go through with Joe. I want Lloyd strong legs. I don't want him burning out on the front at 4.2. Kev, you just keep steady where you are. Don't push any higher than 4. Rob, just try and stay with them.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, that's all right. It's working. It's working. Okay. Front 2, just be aware. There's going to be a bit of a split when you get around this corner. You don't want to lose them on the downhill. That's the worst place to lose them. Right. Okay. Push on, push on, push on. There's a super tuck on this little section. Go on, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay, Super Tuck should be on for the front ones. I want 57, 58 minus 6. Yeah, should be on. Right, suck the oxygen in, guys. You've got the bend down the bottom where the banners are. That's where it'll start to come off, Super Tuck. So just be aware of that. Don't get dropped.
Slingshot coming through.
Yep. Okay. And now we're off. Back on the gas.
Second slingshot.
Yep. Good drills. Well done.
Thanks, Lloydie.
Nice one, Johnny.
Yeah, spot on that was. I think you've still got an opportunity for a bit more here. If you want some more.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit. Every little bit counts, and then you spin round to the left and back on the gas.
Go about this one.
Okay, it's really good now because we've got over the main hard bits now with 5, so we've got a little bit of wiggle room. Really good that we got through all of that sticky shit on Pot Bank, and we didn't end up coming up to the top of that with 4 riders. So we have got a little bit of surplus now. Be great if all 5 of you could finish together, no pressure. But work as the 5. Assume all 5 of you are going to finish. That's the best possible speed then that the 4th rider will get in.
We will do.
Well done, guys. Okay, Joe, just watch. Don't go too much higher than 4 because you're going to lose. You're going to lose. In fact, they've just caught up at the back now. Don't go any higher than 4. That's it, yeah. Okay.
Sub 45, guys. 3K. 5 minutes 20 to do it.
Awesome. Good work there, Kev. Getting to the front. Well done. Another bit of Super Tuck, I think coming up on this bit, if I remember. Yeah, probably ain't got the speed. It's all right. Ignore that. Good speed around the bend, though. I think at the end of this one, on the way down, you have got a little bit of a chance for Super Tuck again. You can get some speed up on this little section here, I think. Yeah, you're looking good. Just keep going. You might be able to get a bit more there. 51. Camera view keeps bloody changing on me. Right, hang on. Right, you haven't got it on this one. Okay, just keep going as you are. There it was, just a little slither of it. Just teasing you. But well done, guys. 5 now on the end. We've got the end in sight now. There should be a bit of a Super Tuck on here for you. For those of you.
Yeah, I've got it.
Yeah, put the graft in. Well done. Okay. Bit of a bit to climb. You know what's coming, guys. This is it now. So this is the final stages now of 2 laps of UCI. What the guys need to do now is to be very mindful of each other as they approach that last few turns now before the banner. We've got a very steep section as we approach the final stretch, and then it evens out at the top. So let's just see how we get on. Still looking strong at the moment.
Take me.
Okay, the banners in the corner at the bottom signify the closing bit of this particular race. So what the guys will be doing now is just keeping an eye on how far away they're getting from the guy in front on the wheel. This is the last little bit of effort now towards the end of this one. couple more bends, and then we've got the last climb, which is coming up there just as you can see up ahead. And the inflatable squirrel signifies the closing 0.8 of a kilometre, I think it is. Something daft. Okay, so it's going to be a shock to the system now when they get around this corner, and it is balls out 7%, 8%, 9%, 10%. So this is now really kind of rinsing them out inside out, and they're just overtaking another Art Fusion rider. So that's obviously a positive sign that the time that they've got so far is really good.
Come on!
Go on, guys, all the way up.
Push, 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 push.
Come on, show me Will! Come on!
Go on, boys, send it.
Well done.
Come on!
Get Rob. Where's he find it? 8.4 on the front with Rob. Come on, Rob.
Come on!
The Rob's up ahead. I'm now fan viewing Jonathan, who's now pushing out 7.6, closely followed by Joe and Lloyd. Excellent ride, guys. Excellent ride. They're to close before the stream ends. When Jonathan gets his breath back, and probably has a good wipe of his tablet or his laptop. Atom Racing Team will ride in most of the competitions that are out there. We do the Mad Monday ride on Monday nights, it's obvious. We do our own leisure ride on a Wednesday. Thursday nights are team time trials, and there are a number of group rides on weekends as well, which you can keep your eye out for. Look out for Atom Racing Team on Facebook. We've got a Facebook group and a page. atomracingteam.co.uk is our website. Follow us. Apply to join. Got a process where you have to have a Swift Power account. We look forward to seeing some of you, hopefully. Get yourself a watt bike Atom if you're already thinking about getting one. It's definitely one of the better smart bikes that there is. I'm going to sign off as the DS for tonight. Thanks to everybody, and well done to the team really for finishing with that great time. I'll write up a team report now for them and stick that onto Facebook, and the guys can get a chance to comment on that as well. But from me, thanks to Dave Hyvey for inviting me. Thanks to Jonathan for setting up the stream, and looking forward to the next ride.